Welcome to High Heel Talk, where our panel will discuss high-end topics. And remember, this is Unfiltered. This program is proudly brought to you by MCG Flooring.
Elevating homes one floor at a time. MCG Flooring, where family and quality meet.
And welcome our first guest, Shireen Lee. Shireen, you are the multi-award winning owner of a Circle for Hair. You are educator.
Yes.
And L'Oreal Pro Ambassador.
Exactly.
Darling, Dr. Karen Weaver, you are Doctor of Philosophy.
I'm owning it. Why not?
You are the publisher and published author, of course, TED Talk speaker, and I could go forever. Anything I need to mention?
No, that's it. Thank you.
And Ness, you are trained psychiatrist, and you are CEO and founder and counselor in Zen Consulting Life.
I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm a psychotherapist.
Sorry.
Zen Life Counseling, multi-award winning singer-songwriter and therapist, actually.
And absolutely beautiful. That's what I mean. They are long introductions. Ladies, we're going to discuss today something that you are so all good in and consequently very authorized to speak about it. We talk about business. How to be business
Savvy.
successful person. How to achieve what so many of you here achieve. Charlene, darling, your salon is rocking it, yes?
Yeah.
Tell me, how do you do it? Just in one sentence.
Oh my God, that is hard. I mean, we've won multiple awards, especially Salon Business of the Year 7 years straight. And I really think that as a salon owner, the most important thing that when I educate other salon owners, it's all about being uncomfortable and putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation so you can push forward. Because people feel like they're stagnant in their business and I don't know how to grow. But the main thing is knowing your numbers. And a lot of people don't look at the bottom line. They don't look at their numbers and think, okay, what am I going to do to change if the numbers stay the same over a period of time? So I think there's a lot of aspect, there's team culture, there's, your salon culture, there's, your bottom line, your numbers. There's just such a big, scope when you're talking about a successful business. But I think, being a hands-on person and really working on the business and not actually always doing hair, which is really important.
It's very specialized business, but we are also talking about wide spectrum. Darling, you are a very successful publisher.
Well, I am in my sense of what success is. I love what I do. I love that I get to help stories get out into the world. It just lights me up and it has impact and awakens things within other people. So stories are very important to me and to be able to do it through publishing. And we started the year being the APAC Best Inspirational Publisher for 2026. It's being announced next week. So yes, we're very, very proud.
Congratulations. How current, yeah.
So yes, I love what I do. We make big things happen. We get books out into the world. Why would I not love what I, and it aligns with my own personal joy, which is writing as well. So, it all marries up together. So
Beautiful. Ness, award-winning. Yes, counseling, life
3 years in a row.
3 years in a row. Thank you. That's what I mean. Tell me
I
the
love
secret.
what I
Tell
do.
us, there's the viewers.
Well, it's just that I love what I do.
Yeah.
And it comes from my heart and aligns with my highest values. And it's a void of once feeling really powerless and voiceless. That's become a value to give to others. So it doesn't feel like a job.
Yeah.
I'm sure many of you can agree. When you love something, it doesn't feel like a job. It's just your purpose work.
Yeah.
you're purpose-driven. It doesn't feel like work, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, incredible. And my other question, we all know the evil sides of social media. We know all, and we spoke about it on previous episodes and current, what social media does wrongly if people are controlled by it. Now you are rocking it on social media, and I may say, and we can really prove it.
Yeah.
tell us, tell us, our viewers, how do you do it and how one should do it that you doesn't get the negative effects, but the business benefits from it?
Yeah, look, I think you're always going to get the negative. You're always going to get the hate, because hate and negativity, unfortunately, gets a lot of views. And people like to ride on your videos when you know that you're going viral. So they have to be nasty and, you know,
To be seen.
and to be seen.
Yeah.
But I really feel that social media, especially in our industry, is very, very important. But myself, when I started really being serious on social media 2 years ago, I just wanted to be real, authentic, and I tried to edit my own videos so I don't just do the fluff what the consumers are looking for.
Yeah.
You know, I do the real inside stuff. We talk about numbers, we talk about wages, you know, all the things that people are uncomfortable to talk about.
And relate.
And they relate. So, you know, obviously it brings my business profile up high, but then sometimes, you know, maybe it's not attracting the consumer side.
Yeah.
So it's really hard, but I just really wanted to be more authentic and real about everything in business, the good and the ugly, because there's always ugly times in business as well. And I think we need to show that more online.
So we don't become Instagram only, darling. My latest saying, Karen, darling.
I love what you're saying. It's so true. For me personally, I just showed up, shared stories, celebrated other people, and that's how I kind of grew a little bit of a following. Just got more known for just showing up authentically. I didn't follow any type of trend. That's the word. Thank you. I just showed up just when I felt, and I was more intuitively guided and just out of service, really, and also to inspire others. I think that we should celebrate our wins, and yes, share whenever things are not going well either, so we can connect with others, really.
Beautiful. Nice, darling. Very different businesses here, which is fantastic, darling.
When I was heavily invested in my music career, I was much bigger on social media and, you know, really putting myself out there. And now I've only recently just started to make some TikTok videos and some Instagram videos, just sharing a little bit about main topics that I do in my therapy practice. And yeah, it's actually been really good. It's making a huge impact, I believe. It's just a matter of being consistent at it and having someone to maybe help with the editing and things like that, because that's not my forte.
It is definitely a full-time job.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
You know,
It takes up a lot of energy.
Like posting, and I think a lot of people and a lot of creators think, I want to post every day, but then they can't keep up with it. So that's when they get disappointed and then they don't post at all. And I think we as salon just businesses in general, that we just have to be realistic in our posting and think, you know, I can manage 3 posts a week if that is a carousel
Then you
or whatever.
stick to it.
And you stick to it and you're being consistent that way. Then
right.
a lot of creators just post every day and then they just disappear for a month or so, and it can be like a lot more damaging to the business.
What would you think is the biggest myth about business for people that never were self-standing business owners?
Overnight success. That's the biggest myth, isn't it? 10 years at least behind you before.
Till you make money.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, people think they can just open the doors and, you know, money is just flowing there. And this is what I'm saying at the very beginning. You know, anyone can open up a business, but they're not getting the right advice. They're just opening up, going blind and not even knowing their numbers. And then 2 or 3 years later, they just cannot survive.
You're also going to fail a lot.
I think for me, my own biggest myth was a limiting belief I had that I wasn't good enough or that I couldn't trust myself to be a business owner, and that couldn't be further from the truth.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But you also probably were prejudgmental to yourself because you are songwriter, you are performer, you are the right side of the creative, you know, hemisphere that sometimes is not necessarily business orientated. You are proving to yourself and to the world you can do both.
I always thought that I'd be safer working for somebody else. That was a belief I ran for decades.
Well, you know, I'm thinking that the safety of working for somebody else is also almost something, a thing of the past. because the business world became so unpredictable, because biggest corporations are disappearing, closing down. I don't even want to say the word go broke, such a negative word. And because, oh my gosh, of AI, what percentage of conventional jobs will be replaced by AI? I don't want to quote the number because it sounds like telephone number, but it's pretty scary. So those days that you said to your child, just become, a banker, and you have well, maybe this is exception, and you have a secure job, or you become whatever, you have a secure job. How do you self-educate yourself to constantly catch up with the evolving world? That's what I'm saying. The change is so fast. How did you know what you know? How often to post? Yeah. What works? Where I'm coming? How do you use AI not to lose your eye? I'm repeating this on my show, but will.i.am, he said something I was watching recently. He says, by all means, learn as much as you can about AI, so they are predictable to you, but you cannot be predictable to AI yourself. You have to create your own self-identity that constantly also is evolving, so you cannot be copied straight away.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, we employ 55 team members, which really helps myself.
Yeah.
Because, we ask for help, the older people, and we listen to our younger generation that work for us. And, they are constantly above us all the time. And I think if you are prepared to listen and learn from these younger generation, it will just only elevate yourself. I mean, we're lucky in our industry, we're never going to get a machine or a robot to cut hair.
Yeah.
But, I mean, AI, it's like, I had a phone call yesterday saying, you don't need a front of house anymore because we have AI on a telephone that can make bookings and everything. And it's just elevating so quick that it's just so hard to keep up.
Karen,
Well, in the writing and publishing industry, it's really interesting and rampant. Like we had that whole big thing last year and the year before about authors' works being, used and generated in so people could copy their writing and stuff, which just was so tragic because you can't take away the creativity and you shouldn't want to. I get asked this question all the time, do you write with AI and stuff? And I don't, because I love writing. I love going into that part of my brain. I love igniting it. I love connecting with whatever feeds me the information to put in that page.
Yeah.
I just love it and I never want to lose that. I will never get that from any AI at all. So I think that and the way the stories come through, I love that creativity. And you can see that as a publisher, I'm seeing it's so different to read something that's generated with AI and something that yes, maybe from the source of the author or whatever, but you know that it's a lot of AI generated, than something that's really raw and emotion in it and just all of that thing. You can see the difference right now. It may change and evolve and whatever, but I know from in the publishing industry, we're like, let's keep the creativity going. If AI can never replicate that part of the brain that ignites whenever you get creative.
Yes, darling, in a art performing in music.
Oh, they have AI generated vocals and they sound amazing and you don't know that they're AI.
There's a song gone viral, it's in the charts.
Really?
There's a song in the charts and it's an AI song.
And you'd never, is it AI voice or just AI production?
You wouldn't notice.
Wow.
But it's like AI influences it now.
Yes.
They're having millions and millions of views and they're not even a real person. There's just someone behind it
it's
and they're
scary.
getting millions of views on Instagram and everyone thinks, but there's a
We
lot.
had week ago experience. I was listening to this beautiful music and on purpose, I won't call the name. And I said in my office to my very young team as well, guys, how about we use it for my Ask Barbara as a background music? And one of my members of a staff said within 3 minutes, this is AI, it's not a real muse, not a real performer. Hello. Wow. Nanes, darling, how do you feel about it? What are you going to do not to be copied?
I don't know, but I could easily be copied. I could be cloned. I've sent my DNA off to be tested for my heritage. I'm sure that could be cloned. I wish I didn't do that.
Yeah.
And in the therapy world, AI is the therapist for a lot of people now in their pockets.
Yeah,
Even I speak to AI, and it's very insightful.
Yeah.
Okay, so we always say if you can't fight, join, yeah, and work together. Do you think AI is prepared to work with us together, or
don't
just
know.
looking at us?
I think that there's so much we don't know yet. And I think if we're not careful, I think this could be the last invention of mankind.
I'm not, I just like, who give permission for robots and AIs? You know, who give the permission for to bring this into the world? Yes, it can make life easier. I understand that, but we don't know where it's going, and it's happening so fast.
Yeah.
That's
So fast.
I think it already happened. When we think it's happening, it has already happened.
Yes.
Now, another thing I want to ask, some of us here work with the members of family in business, or did work, or we know somebody that does. How challenging can be to work with family members? How difficult is it to separate emotions from a real work?
Well, my son works for me and he's been working for me for the last 4 years since COVID. And yeah, it's challenging, not on a weekly basis, it's challenging on a daily basis, because sometimes he thinks always that I'm his mother and not his boss. So then he comes home and, he's upset. It's the emotional part. And yeah, I find it really hard, and people that can do it, hats off to them.
Well, I took mine of you for you.
But I think we just have to learn and have that separation and have that task that you're in charge of this and we're in charge of that, and have that a better communication, and maybe not work every day together, because that's when it's hard, and then it can cause problems in the family.
Karen,
I want all my kids to come work in my business. It's like,
No, you don't, darling. No, you don't.
Irish mother, Irish mother.
my eldest son went into engineering. He's 29 now, but whenever he came back to Australia 7 years ago, he was in engineering, and he went out with his mates one night, jumped off a roof, broke his foot, and that was the end of engineering for 3 months when he had to recover. And he was like, Mum, do you need any help in the office? And I was like, absolutely. I know how good he was at tech, doing tech stuff. So he came to work for me, fell in love with publishing, went and studied editing and publishing at Curtin University. And I was so proud. I was like, he's got the bug, he's got the writing, the publishing bug. And he's been doing it. We work together full time. He does a lot of work for me. But he set up his own publishing company as well, called New Dawn Publishing. And it is all fantasy, and it's just doing so well. I'm just so proud. But because we do so many different things every day, no 2 days are the same.
Under one
And
roof
there's-
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're not really, it's just whenever we work together, but it's just like you do. Yeah, we're not under the same roof all the
On the
time.
roof, yeah. And I think that's really important, just
Yeah.
to keep that separation.
Nez, darling.
I'm very blessed that I don't work with any family members. That's just I tried, and I don't really need to hire anyone, because I'm pretty much the only person running
enough.
in the business, and I have people who do my bookkeeping and my accounting, and so that's not a
But we
problem
don't
at all.
always talk personal experience here. I'm sure you sometimes hear from your patients, about work experience, about member of family being there. I think, because that takes me to next question. How do you come home and leave business behind? How do you not go insane when you full-time working person? How do you go to sleep and switch off? Or even sit at the dinner and don't think and talk business?
For me, I don't think that has ever happened.
There you go. Okay.
Do you know, I mean, and that's just the truth, because, you try to have a day off, and when you have so much, so many team members, they're reaching out, there's always something, you could have managers, you can have coordinators, you could have, higher ranking people trying to run your business, but at the end of the day, it always comes back on you. And it doesn't matter if you're on holidays or whatever, there's always a drama happening, and and that's what you do when you've decided, and I've decided to have a big business, and that's what you have to accept.
Yeah. Okay.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. I think you're doing pretty well now.
I work a lot from home out of choice. I just love being at home and doing things. But I have a gift that my mother gifted me, is being able to just switch things off. Like I can write a book and the kids can be going crazy in the background, and I'll not hear them unless one's injured or something. I just able to switch off and just go in. So I'm able to like close the book. If I'm having a day where I just need to be on my own, I'll just close it, go to the beach or something, recalibrate, things like that. So I'm able to switch off.
Lucky you. Maybe I
so
need some
lucky.
help.
I feel so blessed right now. And it works for me and for family. And yes, there's some nights I'll have to do a little bit of work after dinner or whatever, but but that's out of choice because I do love it.
Nice, darling.
I can compartmentalize the stories I hear from my clients. However, sometimes I'm being the therapist with my friends, with my family, and often my daughter says, "Mum, you've got your therapist voice on," and I don't even realize I'm playing the therapist.
Yes.
And I often find that I'm mostly listening to people rather than talking. So, yeah, I'm trying to unlearn that. But it's really hard because I spend so much time listening that I often forget to talk
That would
now.
be so hard.
And I'm
yeah.
sitting there just nodding, tell me more. What's that like for you? And it's like, I'm not at work right now. Just
Now,
relax, talk, share.
talking about therapies and ending our beautiful episode on a lighter note. Do you believe in retail therapy? Does it work for you, darling? And I know it's a rhetoric question because we see you shopping on Instagram.
Of course it works. I mean, of course. I mean, retail is just what it gives you and what it gives me, buying clothes or whatever you want to buy. And I love it. And I like showing that on my profile because...
You work hard and play hard.
That's right. And if I get trashed, well, it's just bad luck.
Well, darling,
Absolutely love it. Love it.
no,
Well,
retail therapy doesn't work for you.
retail therapy, I love
Yeah.
it. I
You
love
love
going
it?
out to buy clothes.
Yeah, okay. I thought you said absolutely not.
Oh, no, no, I absolutely
You love shopping.
Yeah, there's
when
two.
you can. Yeah.
Yes, I do a lot of online shopping.
Yeah.
And also I have a designer I like to get clothes off in Sydney. But I do, girls and I love coming up to Perth.
Darling.
I love online shopping. But I don't find it as therapeutic as you guys mentioned.
Oh, because you know too much. Girls, fashion confession. What was the worst faux pas in fashion you ever made? What was the worst piece of wardrobe you ever bought?
The wardrobe.
Your piece of wardrobe.
Oh, I've still got really some disasters in my wardrobe now that I spent so much money on, but I'm just like heartbroken. I can't
So you keep it. You don't wear it, but you keep it.
Yeah, exactly.
Darling, your fashion confession.
They actually came back into fashion recently, but it was my powder blue bubble skirt with my baseball boots, but also the Kylie Minogue perm that went with it.
Okay, darling.
I would have said my wedding dress
Well,
from when I was very young.
on this note, girls, see you at the next party.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Paula. Thank you.
Thank you.
This program was proudly brought to you by MCG Flooring.